Okay, so I just rewatched your video. Um, and while I was watching it, Utah was obviously still in the room. And I had just been like kind of, tossing treats at him to keep him back there behind me. But at some point, I was like trying to pay attention. So he started moving around, kind of like he is now. Um, and it was like to the point where you were talking about like he gets so overstimulated by going over him and like making sure you put your hand back and kind of like drag him in. And it's kind of hard to tell right now, but like there's the carpet here, and then just like 2-3 feet in between where I'm standing is like a little kitchen island. So maybe he felt like kind of contained, but so I'm watching the video, I'm like standing at the kitchen island, and you're talking about like luring him in. And oh, here it comes again. It was not as drastic this time, but he was like the first time it happened, he was kind of like walking around me, and I did that. I just like presented this treat down and drug him in, and he lost it. He went full like berserko, where he starts like making that really high pitching screeching noise, and he's scratching at me and jumping all over me. And I was just kind of like, all right, I'm just gonna like stand here and wait this out. And it was probably maybe 10 seconds, like it didn't last very long, but something about that, like he just lost it. And he seems to have come down. And obviously this second time when you just saw him do it, I wasn't like trying to lure him as drastically, so I don't know if maybe I am going over him, or what's happening there. Like he's perfectly calm for the most part, as long as I keep throwing them and content. I realize he's not in the screen. If I'm just like throwing kibble at him. And I've thought about this before too, where I wonder about his eyesight and if that has anything to do. Utah, come. With like something that's going on in his brain. I don't know. Like this is all just my speculation, but when you throw treats at him, like he never catches them. He's the worst at catching them. But it's almost like when you're down low and throwing them, like even if I only have one treat in my hand and I throw it, he's still fixated on my hand. It's like he doesn't understand that I threw it. And it was kind of like the same thing where I was luring him, and then I tossed them and I stood up, and that's when he went berserk. Like maybe he thought I still had them in my hand, and he was like, what are you trying to do? Like even though I'd thrown them? I don't know. Anyways, I feel like he's a little too spun up for anything other than me just tossing treats at him right now. So maybe we haven't played 2-ball or anything like that yet today, so maybe we'll go play, burn some energy, and try again later.